as we get ready for hopefully the SEC's approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF. We think it is going to happen. There are all kinds of signals that it's going to happen. And then we just released our latest Bitcoin brainstorm.
Hey guys, welcome back to Everyday Finance. In this video, Cathie Wood discuss about Bitcoin. According to Cathie Wood, it's been rather overall fantastic year, but Cathie Wood believe that Bitcoin has had a very good year since, we discovered in March that Bitcoin is more than just a risky asset, is a risk-off asset. And Cathie not sure why, because there is no counterparty risk. The asset is at risk. When everyone in March was concerned about the money they had deposited in banks, they were concerned about counterparty risk, since in contrast to Bitcoin, banks are opaque, unlike banks, which are often centralized. Blockchain is transparent, concentrated, so a massive proof of concept. So this insight, hold on a second Bitcoin, is a risky asset that we don't have to take too much risk, with many of those are actually rather fascinating in terms of the industries that have accomplished, and lots of things Cathie would discuss. So please watch the video to end, and share this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance. Thanks.
And just wanted to show you where Bitcoin is. It's been the best performing asset this year. And you can see where other categories of equities and fixed income have been. It's been a pretty good year overall. Bitcoin having an especially good year, and I think it's because in March we learned that Bitcoin is not just a risk-on asset; it is a risk-off asset. And why is it a risk-off asset? It's a risk-off asset because there's no counterparty risk. When everyone was worried about their deposits in the banking system in March, they were worried because of counterparty risk. Banks are opaque, whereas the Bitcoin blockchain is transparent. And it's decentralized, where banks tend to be centralized. So a huge proof of concept. So this realization, wait a minute, Bitcoin is a risk-on asset and a risk-off asset? That's crazy. We don't have too many of those. So pretty interesting. In terms of the sectors that have done well this year, I was surprised. As you know, we are index agnostic. And we think that sectors are converging because technology is blurring the lines between and among them. But if you use the GICS classification, you'll see real estate this is in the last month, real estate, industrials, and financials have been the best three categories. The reason I was surprised by that is it was a very good period for innovation-based strategies like ours, which are index agnostic. That typically isn't the case when real estate, industrials, and financials are the best performing categories. Worst were energy, it was the only negative sector, consumer staples, and healthcare. So those last two are more defensive categories. That does make sense in the context of how innovation-based strategies like ours performed. So it's been a great rebound from the lows in October, just a massive rebound, and has transformed the year for a lot of asset managers, either for the better or for the worse. And if we're right, and inflation is going to surprise on the low side of expectations, and growth disappoints, we'll be in a period where innovation does its best. Innovation solves problems. If you need to protect your margins as your pricing power disappears, then you need productivity-enhancing technology. And with the breakthroughs in artificial intelligence, and we marvel all the time about the breakthroughs in AI as AI training costs drop 70% per year. There's a boom out there, and that is what happens when prices drop. And prices associated with disruptive new technologies always fall. So it's a perfect environment for our companies to thrive.
According to Cathie Wood, prepare for, hopefully, the approval of a Bitcoin ETF that tracks the price of the cryptocurrency. We believe there are numerous indicators that it will occur. Thus, in a timely manner, we released our monthly Bitcoin report this week. Take a look at the state of the entire ecosystem, including the Bitcoin network, in that article. And then we recently published our most recent Bitcoin brainstorm, which is where we are right now. Collaboration with those folks and the Bitcoin Park in Nashville, Tennessee, those are our chances to highlight the developers who are working to create this new universe. And you'll be able to gauge the depth and scope of our experience, as well as present to you a few of these notable individuals. So, pay attention to that, and then at last, every one of our directors and analysts is working frantically to assemble our grand plans for 2024. Let's back to the Cathie Wood interview.
And I'll close right now by featuring two pieces we've put out recently. Both of them, interestingly, are on Bitcoin as we get ready for, hopefully, the SEC's approval of a spot Bitcoin ETF. We think it is going to happen. There are all kinds of signals that it's going to happen. So in a timely way, we put out our Bitcoin monthly in the last week. Check out the health of the Bitcoin network and the ecosystem broadly in that piece. And then we just released our latest Bitcoin brainstorm, which we are in partnership with the Bitcoin Park in Nashville, Tennessee. And those are opportunities for us to showcase the developers out there who are making this new world happen. And you'll get a sense of the depth and the breadth of expertise as we introduce you to some of these important people. So do tune in for that. And then finally, all of our analysts and directors are working feverishly to put together our big ideas for 2024. And I guess I'll leave it there, because the next time I do and in the know, we will be in 2024. So,
according to Cathie Wood, that seems to be starting to influence the way people think at the Fed as well. Thus, the financial markets have benefited greatly from both of those. The fixed income and equities markets, the state of the market, hasn't been good for the commodities markets throughout the board, and it has also been excellent for Bitcoin, as well as other cryptocurrencies and digital assets in general. If you learned something from this video, then please like this video and subscribe our channel Everyday Finance, and we will meet in next video. Thanks.